we go. We'll go channeling stance. Let's attack this one right here. And he's in force march, so he can't really retreat. I would like to wipe out those reinforcements so we don't have to chase them. But if we do have to chase them, it's not that big of a deal because I think we'll probably take enough to where even a small garrison can wipe them out. But this is going to be a nothing fight. So let me put some items, fight it real quick, and I'll be right back. So we were able to heal up the main party, avoided any losses. We'll take this. They got out with a couple of units, unfortunately. This army's dead, but this one might back out. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, he runs. I don't think it's worth chasing this. I think we just let it go. Maybe he'll move back to Doomkeep, and then we'll take Doomkeep next turn. So we'll end up getting him anyways. Oh, I guess he could take Greyling Moot. That would be really bad, because that's pretty vulnerable. I guess we'll see. If I need to, I guess I could recruit a temporary lord right here. We've got cash. Yeah, I don't want to slow down, so I want to keep going. Let's go channeling stance so we can keep getting winds of magic.
My bloodline calls.
Do it with both of these guys. So this army will attack, sack it, and then push through with a force march. This army will occupy. This army takes, yep. So we're good there. We're good. So moving on to the west, we've got these two guys. I guess we could send one back here, but that's backtracking, and this army will eventually get there. I just hope they don't recruit an army or have an army there and then send them out. That's, I guess we'll deal with it if it happens. We need to cross the Great Ocean, and we'll start taking the islands right here, and then push inland after that, I think. I'm hoping there's good territory here, because we've been dealing with a lot of orange. There's a green right here, but the vast majority of this stuff is all orange or yellow or whatever color that is. So at least it's not red, but it's not great. So let's get out on the water. So both of them on the water. And then we'll ship them out right over here. I think there's 3 settlements here. 1, 2, and 3. I could be wrong. I know there's 2 right here for sure. But can't remember the other ones. So move in a little bit south. We need to deal with Mousillon. There's 2 armies here, so hopefully we can wipe both of them out. We're not going to attack this one because that's going to move to the side. I don't want to do that. We'll move here. That'll give us a little bit more movement speed, and I'm pretty sure we can sack this. We'll fight it. Pretty straightforward. The only thing they have is a caster. Actually, 2 casters that do some AoE damage. I think we can probably harass them into the ground though. So, I'll be right back. Nice, we got an item out of that. We did kill off this little lady right here, so her party's gone. This one's inside the settlement, so that's gone. Everything's gone. So good fight. We'll take some cash. Obsidian amulet, and then we'll sack it. Got a pigeon plucker pendant too. Wow. We got 2 items from that. And seasoned campaigner. That is massive. So campaign movement range plus 10%, and then perfect vigor. That is pretty far away from our original area, but not that far. Yeah, good to know. So we should start getting it on a lot of our other parties. And then that means this one. Oh, we have to fight it again. Actually, that's good. If you let the settlement out, you have to fight it a second time. They stop you from moving backwards, I feel like. So if you're kind of on the edge where you're not sure if you'll make it or not, just let some of the garrison out, and then you won't have to move any to finish the sack. We could auto-resolve it. Yeah, 100 losses, whatever. They'll heal. And we got another item. And another item. Holy crap, that is definitely a way to do it. So, Couron faction destroyed. Don't have to worry about them. That was the one that had Lewin Leoncourt. So I'm glad we got it before he respawned, because that dude was a big pain in the butt to fight. So we can't get Bastogne in one turn, but we can get this one, Bordelot. So we'll probably take Bordelot next, take Aquitaine this turn, and then we'll maybe channel stance move, and then take Castle Bastogne with this army next. And then that's pretty much it for this area. I gotta think about that, because we still need 2 here. Yeah, I forgot about that. Not a big deal. This one will probably go Bordelot, though. And then I think it makes sense from there to go west, and then start taking... what do they call this place? Althuan or something like that. I barely have like, I don't know, 1700 hours in the game. You think I would figure this stuff out, but I don't know. I know the mechanics. I don't know the lore as much. I think it's Althuan is what it's called. So the donut, we'll take that next. Next, we need to finish off Brom the Punch, and then onward to take Aquitaine.
What do you want?
This guy's still not on a mount
Who
yet,
dare?
right? Level 8. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. That's all right. Let's throw some items on, and then he doesn't have that much left, but he does have some kind of some scary stuff here. So this river troll is quite strong and has regen. So yeah, we'll have to worry about that. Let's go wipe him out. Yep, he's not going to run. We could auto-resolve. Actually, what we should do is try and fight this twice if we can. Fight him, back him off, fight him again. We'll have a chance to steal some items. So yeah, we'll see if we can make it happen. I don't have a whole lot of faith in that, but we'll try. So we'll stay in the mountains or on this hill, on the top of the hill, and within the wood line. That should give us some protection, and then we need to go harass these guys. Try and get them to come into us, because I don't want to get caught out in the open. I would much rather fight this in the wood line if we can. We gotta go after this fishy tittlemuncha, which sounds horrible. Sounds like something you would probably go to jail for. Was that one? There's like a funny skit. Is it Always Sunny in Philadelphia? The kid diddler or something? It reminds me of that. All right, anyways, let's... Oh, we're getting hit with a bunch of these things. So let's burn some of his spells, and then we'll go back. All right, he seems to have run out of Winds of Magic after only a handful of casts. That one worked, but that's probably because he didn't overcast it. So I'm assuming he only had Winds of Magic to do a regular cast now, so he should be out of Winds of Magic. This guy's going to just feed us, isn't he? Yeah, feed me. All right, let's try to get our shield back before we go in. These other guys can help. Yeah, don't let him back to his line. We'll get some free kills, because these things hit really hard. Oh, he's got more Winds of Magic, but he's casting it on the unit that has free heals. Sweet, we'll run this guy down. Okay, he does still have Winds of Magic. Maybe he was just running out and he wasn't recharging it very fast. So again, we'll keep harassing him. We'll come back when we get the big fight going. But they're doing it again. They're sending these trolls out by themselves, so we'll smash them. With that buff, everybody goes to almost 100 melee attack, which is insane. We're just not missing any hits. So yeah, they got smashed pretty quick. They're down 2 troll units, and most of their Winds of Magic now. We got Grom the Punch chasing us now, which don't really want to do. I guess we could, but okay, he's gonna run. Yeah, these guys are chasing now too. Let's pull them back to our stack here, see if we can get a fight over in that area. Yeah, he's gonna take out our cav. He hits pretty hard. We could always move these guys out. I guess it's not the end of the world, because I don't think they're gonna let us get a clean fight. That guy just got 2-tapped. Yeah, he's dead. He just got 2-shot. Wow. Okay, stack. Let's just stop in the wood line so at least we get some protection. And then we gotta start fighting here. Let's go ahead and get our cav on a flank. Vargolf is doing his thing. Let's get a heal on the cav units while they're out there. Heal on the cav units. There we go. And how is Grom the Punch doing? He's getting hit, but he's still doing pretty well. Yeah, he's fighting our Vargolf. But the Vargolf still has healing. Once he starts to hit his healing capacity, then we can pull him back. But we need help here. Why can I not cast? Why can I not cast? Guess they were stun locking me out of it. That's pretty ridiculous. So let's see if we can take these things out so we can actually get something off. I need to get a heal off. This fishy tittlemuncha needs to go down, so let's start hitting him. Actually, why don't we focus him first before we do Grom? These things are so annoying. They do so little damage, but they just push you around. You can't even get hits in because they're just shoving you around. It's really annoying. All right, we killed another one. Come on. Let's go ahead and buff everybody in the ball. See if we can get good hits. All right, that guy's going to get out if we don't hit him right now. So let's try to just block his way. Let's go summon some zombies. Try to be as annoying as we can. There we go. Don't let him out. 2 more or 3 more hits. He's down. He's going to get out. Yeah, he's out. Okay, I can't really do anything about that. So we'll have to chase and fight him. Hopefully we have movement speed to do that and attack the settlement. But I don't know that we will. Let's get some healing done. Why are you way out there? Well, we got some of the units that we needed to get rid of. Did this guy just respawn? I swear we took him out, but maybe we didn't. We do have a horse now, so that should be a big difference. We can just run these guys down. Now there's no replenishment to be had there, so we'll take the cash. And no, he's dead. Okay, so we don't have to chase him. Interesting. I guess he had nowhere to go. So this one's worth 3,400. We're gonna have 37 left, so we have plenty. Let's go ahead and take this. It should pull this guy in as well. So we'll take him out, and then they have Bordelau, and that's the last settlement. They're done after that. So that should be faction eliminated. So let's keep pushing. Take some levels here real quick. And then we'll get in there and fight it. I'll probably just do it offline because this one looks like it's going to be pretty easy. Well, we're finally getting an auto-resolve here that looks half decent. Low casualties. And we would wipe everybody out. Let me see what that means. Is there anybody we need to fight next turn?
I need more minions.
We could, if we wanted to, we could attack Bordelau with this army. We have siege attackers, so that's not a problem. And then we could send this guy to go attack Castle Bastogne.
Darkness comes.
So we would do channel stance move, get a little bit of winds of magic, attack, finish them off, and then force march back to the ocean, and then travel across the channel or ocean or whatever this is. That might actually be the better option here. So we'll have to fight again after this.
None shall live.
Get pretty good replenishment though, so I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Let's just auto-resolve. Oh man, that hurts. That still hurts. Yeah, that's a little painful. But that's okay. So let's sack it. It's another 3 grand.
What do you want? Bring war. I will alone. This
Go, another one down.
Now.
But on the bright side, we have such high replenishment, it doesn't matter. As long as we don't go below the halfway point, we'll replenish back to full. Now this guy, the Carstein Lord, he's got a spell that most of the other ones do not have. Transformation of Cadon. This one summons a Vargulf, and I don't know how long it lasts for, but for 10 winds of magic, that's pretty good, because we can use that to attack these casters, or these lords that we're trying to snipe, and they hit pretty hard. We can also get our lord in there, and so it'll be a 2v1, assuming we can isolate him. So this is actually a really good spell. So winds of magic -6. That's crazy, because I was going to say, usually this spell is very expensive to cast, and we get 2 uses of it, and then after that we can go the Death Wind, and then we're pretty much done. I don't think we need to go Arcane Conduit, maybe just Earthing. So we'll do these 3, and then we should probably go down this line, and then start to finish. We'll finish him off with some of the combat skills. So Cadon, yeah, let's take Transformation of Cadon. Now Heinrich Himmler is really happy with us. It's because we've been taking so many military actions against people that he hates. So war, past war, military action. So we're going to be at a positive 122. At some point, he should flip positive on the Confederation. We just need to get these lower ones done first, and it'll push it up even higher at a faster rate. So we're not too far off. And then the same thing with the Lamians, although not to the same degree. I think when we start fighting the Clan Rictus over there, we'll probably get that bumped up as well. Yeah, he's not too far off. He's actually a lot closer. Only 3 settlements, though. So I'm wondering, I can't remember what he had before, but he might be losing some. Maybe not, though. Maybe that's just what he was at. Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, so let's keep pushing. We are going to move further south now. Right, we did these 2 items off. Now we need to go here.
What do you want?
This is going to be a tough one. Actually, let me save that for after. This one should be pretty straightforward. Let's just do this one.
Wishes the red case.
We're going to take Montenas, and we need to declare war on them. We have enough movement speed to sack and all that stuff. So is he at war with anybody? He's at war with somebody that we're already at war with, so that doesn't help us. We won't get paid for it, but that's all right.
Darkness comes.
Let's just declare.
I
Go.
disobey.
And then obviously this one, we're going to have to fight it manually. I don't see anything in here that gives us trouble, so I will fight this and be right back. Not much to cover here, but I did want to at least say that this map looks cool. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I like the layout. We completely obliterated them. And then now we're gonna sack. So we got a level. Yeah, 894. It's not much, but it's still something. And nice. We got an item, an increased level of our sacking, and income from post-loot battle. That's good.
Who wishes the
And yeah,
red
we'll take it.
kiss?
Now from here, this would make the most sense, but unfortunately it's
Now.
2 turns. So we'll probably do this one. And then I think from here to here is 1 turn. And then we'll have to backtrack, head over to Tobaro, and then Skaven Blight last. But the Lamian Lord should have no problem handling this whole peninsula or whatever. And then from there, we'll start working on the pirates from the backside. And then we'll have to clean up the dwarves. Back up here with the Dragon Lord. This is going to be a pretty insane battle. But if we do it as a
Wood elf
siege,
spellweaver.
we're going to get less battles. Like if we fight them out here, we'll get more battles, but then we're going to have to deal with a massive amount of troops, and I don't think we can handle that.
What do you want?
Can we even get there? We can. Okay, so we can get there in 1 turn. We could sack it, but then we'll have to wait a turn. So I think we just loot and
One with
occupy
the
for less
forest.
money. I guess the real question is, can we even handle this? I think because it's a siege, we can. But this is going to be a massive pain in my rear. So, yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take, but let me suit up. Let's get some items. Now, I've been starting to use this Staff of Damnation on the melee troops, or the melee lords and heroes, and it's going to give us vigor loss reduction and physical resistance. This item's pretty good when you use it. It's for a long battle, it's not going to be that effective because we have to fight so many times. We can only use this thing 3 times. But these 2, I think, are probably worth it above and beyond what the Black Periopt can give, because we can get that on this guy, on our Necro. He's not very high level either, so we don't even have that many spells to cast. So, but we'll probably put one on him. There we go. We got our items. Let's go ahead and declare war on these guys. Yeah, there's nobody we can. They are allied with Carcassonne, but that doesn't matter because we're already at war with them.
I will not.
Oh, there we go. We're at war with these guys. So what are we up against? She has damage per second, recharge. Okay, so that's for her own winds of magic. This is a wind spell, and then that's it. Just some spell mastery. I don't see anything else, so no other big nukes. So if we have to, as like a last resort, we can blob, I think. But let's just make sure. What other spells do these guys have? So you can summon a vortex. Okay, so that's not going to work. But he only has 3 uses of it. So once we get him to use those 3, I think we'll be okay. And then same thing here, Hawk's Talon, so Bombard. Yeah, once he uses those, and it's only 3 uses, we should be in decent shape. This is a weapon specialist, so probably not going to have too many items. Yeah, magic missile again. We should be able to burn a lot of those things on our shields. And then we have... Okay, this lady needs to go, so we'll take her out. Aside from that, I don't see too many big units. So it's just a matter of maybe burning the arrows and stuff, which we've done before, so we can do it again. Yeah, I think this is actually pretty reasonable. I don't see anything that's going to cause too many issues for us, other than the ones we talked about. So let's go ahead and put some extra speed on these. Actually, you know what? Let's go for the knights, so they can do a little bit of leadership damage. All right, so that's it. Let's go ahead and fight it. So we're going to spawn most of our units on this side, try and get them to spawn over here, or put their defenses on this side, and then we'll quickly push on this side maybe. We did that. Or actually, we went up the middle last time, and that seemed to work out pretty well. But yeah, I don't see anybody over here. Let's get our dogs. We'll quickly go up there and try and capture it, although they're probably going to have some hidden units. So we'll pull him back quickly. So let's start baiting their ranged units out. Yep, see they're... Okay, so they can shoot us from there. They actually don't have anybody in there, so we could technically go after it. So yeah, let me start burning some ammo, and or maybe doing some harass or something, and then we'll come back when we got some more interesting stuff to watch. We got them to shift some units over here. We burned through a decent amount of their ammo, got a few kills. So yeah, this should be sustainable. assuming we don't make any big mistakes, which is a lot to ask for me sometimes, because I do love to make my mistakes. Alright, we've drained quite a few of these archers' ammo. There's still some in the back. They haven't quite rotated them all up yet, so I'm going to start picking on some of these guys, maybe bringing up the horses to help out. But this guy does hit pretty hard, and he's anti-infantry, so I think we can get quite a bit of work done with just him, and then pulling him back. They don't have large units to surround and all that stuff, so it's a bit safer. They could still do that, but that's, you know, we can just wiggle out. So yeah, I'm going to do this for a while. We'll come back when we get to different parts. Oh, there's more arrows. I guess we're doing that more. Looks like we got a little man chasing us, so let's bring up some help. Little man went back. Alright, well, we'll fight these guys in the woods then. Yeah, if we can get little fights like this, we're just going to keep slowly picking them down. They have a few units that are still yet to come on the battlefield. We'll get them down soon, and then we'll be in good shape. That is one unit fully wiped out. We got Orion chasing us. I don't know how that happened, but he was literally on our butt almost instantaneously. So let's get this guy back, get his shield up. Okay, he's just going to go left and right. And, oh, okay, they're killing all our dogs. That's so fun. That's so much fun. Really enjoy that. Okay, we'll try and get a heal on him. Might be too late, but yeah, they're crumbling, but it's alright. So I think now is probably a good time to get the melee stat boost. And yeah, he's going down hard. So this guy's not very tanky. He's probably more like a glass cannon because he hits hard as hell, but yeah, he went down fast. We didn't take that much damage, but they did hit our dogs pretty well. So we'll get them back to heal. We're going to start going after this lord now. She's just kind of chilling, and they don't have much by way of defense out here. We burned through most of their ammo. There's still a few people that have it, but not much. So we'll keep picking at them. Right, I'm going to start speeding this up by having the cav, the knights, come up here and help. We've cleared out just about all of their ranged ammunition. Maybe, oh, as I say that, somebody snuck in with some ammo. They didn't, I don't think they got any shots off anyways. But yeah, we'll basically bait them back, smack them around with the cav. Wait, where did they go? Okay, there they are. Yeah, they don't have that much ammo. There's a handful of units on the flanks that have a little bit of ammo, but that's pretty much it. And we've already killed off, I don't know, 5 or 6 units. Yeah, they have only a handful left to come in. We got some cav from off the map. So we're going to try and wipe them out real quick before they become a little bit of a threat. Oops, wrong unit. Not my healer, but my cav. My cav that is actually anti-cav. So get this guy back so he doesn't get chewed up past the shield. Yep, there goes one cav unit down, so I think they have 1 or 2 more in reserve. Yeah, 2 more. So we'll wipe them all out, and then pretty much that's it. There's no more threats, so we'll just clean it up. We got another cav unit tied up here. He's about to go down, and they're not really doing too much damage. But let's actually boost our melee here so we don't take too much, because we will hit a healing cap eventually. We gotta be very careful. But yeah, there they go. They're all fleeing. So let's pull back. We're almost done, I think. It's been a very long fight. And we're starting to hit healing cap on several units. So we'll pull them back when they just have a handful of losses and the healing cap. But then everybody else needs to fight. So we'll start burning through some of our skeletons after this, if we need to. Yeah, see, the grave guards are starting to hit healing cap now, too. So we'll let them fight a little bit longer. But yeah, we're almost done. They're starting to get morale lost because some of their small units that have like 10, 15 people, they're starting to flee on their own randomly at random parts of the map. So we should be good soon. Right there, morale loss? Yep, there they go. Right, we need to run down the lords if we can. Everybody else is going to be hard to get. We don't really have that much. We can bring in our calves since it's safe. And we'll bring in the big boys over here. I don't know that they'll catch too much, but the dogs should be able to catch up with that. And then, yeah, this lady's... Whoa, dude, that's not who I told you to attack. And the dogs are probably getting stuck. Yep, they're getting stuck on everything except for the target I wanted them to attack. Okay, let me babysit these guys. Hopefully we can get at least one of the kills. But yeah, we should have had both. But no, we're definitely not going to get that one. So let's just focus on getting this one then. Unless it's going to BS me, which it might. Wait, he stopped again. He stopped again. My god, this game. And they're both going to get out. What a battle. Like, went through all this just to have the game spaz out on me. Alright, anyways. Let me clean this up. Now, we'll have to check and see how much is left of some of these other units. We definitely can't sack, right? I think we're out of movement speed if I remember. It's been a few hours. I don't know what 300 and something minutes is, but... Oh, is that 5 hours? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's at 3x speed or whatever it is, but still, it's a long time. So, wiped out. Orion, not quite wiped out, but mostly. And then we should have killed her, but she's going to get out. So, we'll have to fight again. And, oh, nice. We gained 5 levels on that. So that'll get him jump-started. The biggest issue is these. So the only reason we took damage on our Lord is because of these stupid reindeer things. So they immediately surround. So if they touch your unit, they will immediately surround and make a circle that you can't break out of. So, yeah, I'm glad they're dead. And then the rest of these guys we can handle no problem. So anyways, 4 grand. And then we'll also take some money for looting and occupying. So that's actually not bad, 3 grand. And then these guys are probably... Oh no, they still have more than one settlement, so...
I forbid this dance.
They will recover... What do we get? Leadership and melee, but only during forced attacks. That is very useless. But we'll take it. Now this one... Yeah, we want income, and I don't really care too much about growth here because it's just... It's red, so we're not really going to be doing much with it anyways. So maybe we'll put something else. Walls, or I guess even the vampiric corruption. Probably not necessary, though. We already have a lot. So maybe we'll do the walls. How much? Dude, that's 3 grand? Maybe we're not doing the walls. Yeah, I guess we can get a necromancer out of it. It's already level 2, and then we'll just leave it. So, there you go. Now, I'm fully expecting them to counterattack. They've got 3 armies. This one's pretty busted up. This one's got nobody in it. But this one's a full... Well, not a full stack, but it's pretty good size. So we'll deal with that. We'll attack and take that. Probably this one next. Ball's Anvil. And then that one will have to be the last one. But we need to coordinate where we can get up here and take these at the same time. Durthu's up there, which is... their legendary lord. So we need something decent up here to fight it. Yeah, I might hire another army just to go deal with that. So that makes sense for this area. Yeah, we should have a plan in place for maybe 6 turns. Same here. We'll take both of these next turn. And then we gotta deal with Carcassonne. Shoot. Yeah, we can't reach it in 1 turn anyways. I might have to fiddle with this a little bit. We can reach that in 1 turn. We can reach that in 1 turn, and then we need to figure out who's going to take this. Maybe we'll force march down here and then take that. So 3 turns, we'll have this part of the continent completely closed off. We need to start working on Ulthuan. Yep, that looks good. Let's head a little bit east. So over here by the ogres.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
I'm not really a big fan of leaving these guys to kind of doing whatever they want. But the problem is if we attack them, it's going to take a big chunk of our movement range. I guess we could attack, and then we could force march back over here. It wouldn't necessarily cost us that much. We would miss out on Winds of Magic, for sure. Yeah, because we could do Channel Stance and then get their next turn. But I think if we attack this, and then run here, force march here, we'll still be able to hit Zvorak next turn. And then we'll start working on the pirates down here. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. So let's do that, grab some items, and then we'll go attack the camp. Because we can't leave this in our backfield. There's no way.
What craft?
All right, let's go attack.
Destruction.
And he doesn't run. That's perfect. Now, the question is, do we have to eliminate everything for him to go away? Or is he going to run away and we'll have to fight him again? And if that's the case, then we need to make sure we kill as many units as we can. This guy, I guess he's a level 8. We definitely want him gone. These 2 need to be gone, for sure. And then next important would be the Saber Tusks. So I'll probably leave the Noblars for last, hopefully. And then we should be able to pick the other ones off. It's an unwalled settlement, so this should be pretty easy. Actually, I didn't realize that. I did my absolute best to run them down, but they were too fast. Actually, I'm kind of surprised these two died because they still had a few units left. I guess we got them below 10%. Yeah, these guys are too fast, and this guy just ignored our units, and the AI is terrible, so they just refused to hit him. But anyways, we'll take out the camp. Hopefully it dies. Oh, we got a trickster shard. Yeah, we've got 3 of those now. That's good. Yeah, it looks like the camp does just go away, so we didn't have to stress about it. Now we need to head down here, and that's maybe not going to be enough movement speed to attack this one next turn. That's kind of a far trip. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to make that, but we'll try. It's all right. We can't do much about it. So if we go to the west a little bit, we got this army, and then finally we got these 2 sets. So I think for this one, we'll go Forest of Gloom. I don't want to declare war on these guys yet. I'd rather deal with these. It's going to be... Yeah, we'll be able to sack it, so it's going to be fine. Let me throw on some items here. Got our items. Let's go ahead and declare war. Yeah, they're not at war with anybody, so we'll just declare. So Creeping Death. Alright, sweet. So we can attack them here. Let's just double check and see what they have. They do have an Arachnarok Spider. Range, missile strength. 200 ammo. Oh, I think that's just the bow and arrow, though. Yeah, I don't know if they have any artillery. Should we not fight them outside? Because if we do it outside, we'll have a chance to get some extra items. We could fight it twice. Might not be a bad idea. We have an unholy lodestone, so we have the army to deal with mostly what they've got. So I think we'll do it. Yeah, let's go fight this guy. What does he got? Yeah, just the Snotling pump wagons. Those are fine. We can handle that. There's no artillery. He's got melee specialist. Oh, crap. There is one wizard lord, and it's in the reinforcements. Okay, well, he only has magic missiles, though. So, if we're in a big bunch, he may not cast it, or we can get him to cast it on something else. They've got a lot of winds of magic, so that's going to be a tough one. All right, let me get these items placed, and then we'll go fight. We could do... we could put our ball at the edge of the map where they're going to be spawning in from. That might not be a bad idea. 2 minutes before they arrive, so we can go harass. Although 2 minutes isn't very long, we might want to just stay put. So why don't we set that up? We'll just ambush them at the edge of the map. They can run into our ball, and we'll finish them off. Alright, here we go. So let's go ahead and start the battle off. Get our winds of magic going. So we have a lot. 85. We can also do the Wind of Death. You know what we might want to do, actually?
Their time has come.
We back this up just a little bit to give ourselves a little channel to run that spell through. Like this. I think that'll be good. So if they bunch up, we can just Wind of Death right down the pike and then knock them out. All right, 10 seconds. Here we go. Slow it down. There's the wizard we need to get rid of. Oh, nice. He's casting at our wizard in the sky. So that didn't do much for him. Then, yeah, look at that. We can get a very good cast right here. We do have that Arachnarok we got to worry about. Wait, why are you on the floor? Man. I don't know, we might have hit our own units, but we just devastated their army. And then I don't know why we're on the floor here, but let's not do that. We get out.
Master Necromancer.
Here we go, more reinforcements. They're walking into a quite a mess, to say the least. All right, let's save our winds of magic. We'll do another. We could also start spawning some units. Yeah, we've taken some losses here. But we're getting our heal. We have 2 heals. So everybody's getting double the healing at this point. Yeah, we might need to save Winds of Magic for heals, because killing them doesn't really change that much. We're gonna win, I think, either way, but... Oh, they're about to run. Yeah, they're starting to flee. Alright, let's deal with these archers.
At once, the master calls.
We go, we'll summon on them. We'll do the same thing in 40 seconds when we can.
Death will free them.
And then, yeah, let's get some heals here. Oh, our dog. They found our dog.
Feel my beating heart.
Alright, can I get him out? I'm just going to get him off the map. And then Crypt Horrors can go to the edge of the map as well. Yeah, we can get him out. We'll get him out. Maybe we should do an overcast heal. Maybe we're okay. Yeah, we're not doing that bad. Maybe we should just do the nuke again because they're starting to bunch up pretty heavily right here. Yeah, let's do it. So spiders are coming. Let's make sure they're in it. And it shouldn't hit any of ours. This is going to be a good one. So we have 600 kills already. What does that go up to now? Oh, man. And it's going to hit that bunch a little bit. So we went up to almost 80k damage.
I move swiftly.
Pretty good.
On death a sentence.
Yeah, we need to start healing. We got some units in here that are not doing too well. Let's overcast. Make sure we hit a bunch of units with it. Alright, the dogs are okay. I'm going to keep them on. Well, we can get them off later if they need to. These guys should be able to handle the pump wagons, no problem. But yeah, I don't know what else we need to do here. I feel like more than half their army's gone already, and they're mostly routing. We don't have much to counter the Ragnarok spider, but I think if we morale loss, then it won't really matter.
Only an unlife will they see.
Let's get another heal. There we go. Heals across the board. And that should stabilize our line a bit. This guy needs to get down and start fighting, so maybe we take out that enemy lord. Let's get over here and take this guy out as well. With both of our lords. Somebody smack him, please. Yeah, our guy hits pretty hard, 400, which is pretty good for a necromancer. But we can't really get to him. We might need to clear the way here with another one of these. So in about a minute, we can do 2 Black Prey up. That should be enough to get the Winds of Magic to do it. Yeah, a lot of the units are starting to crumble. We're getting out of here. What are we doing? These guys are okay. Let's chase some of these units. You know, we could probably get our dogs to chase some of these units down. They should be able to handle that. Yeah, these pump wagons are going to come back. Don't want them going after our dogs. Oh my god, they ran into another unit. Are you kidding me, man? I just looked. There was nobody there. Okay, just get off the map before you crumble, please. Yeah, just get out of here. Sometimes this game just really, really confuses me. Alright, so yeah, we could hit with another nuke right here, and it would clear out a lot, but I don't think we need it. I feel like we need to do some damage to these guys, so maybe we'll back up and use our Gaze of Nagash. Can we get up in the air? Let's see if we can get up in the air. Alright, there we go. No, I wanted to go up. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to go up in the air, not back down. There we go.
At once, winds of death.
Let's actually try to take this one out.
I move swiftly. At once.
We gotta watch out. These pump wagons might try to swing by and surround us. We're a lot faster than them though, so I think we can handle it. How are we doing over here? These guys are good. Let's get them over there to start dealing with some of these pump wagons because they're super annoying.
Swiftly.
Yeah, they don't want to. They're just patrolling on the outside. They don't want to fight. We can get some healing, but it's too expensive with him. Let's do it with this. So 121. We do have some that are getting kind of low. Why are you on the floor? Okay, here we go. Go after him again. All right, there we go. They're running. So we need to get as many kills as we can, but we don't really have anything to chase because we lost, or we sent our dogs off so they didn't die. Alright, can we at least kill the lords? So you target that one, you target this one, maybe we'll slow them down or something. No, dude, go on the ground and hit him, please. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna run everybody down that I can. Alright, we got one of the two, that's the wizard one. Now let's deal with the heavy hitter guy. Yeah, he's not getting out. We have a lot of anti-large coming his way. Sweet. Let me finish this up then. We were able to heal up quite a few units, but not everybody. We didn't quite get to it. Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to take replenishment here. It's not much. And then what did we end up killing off? So almost nothing in this army. Literally just the main guy. This army, almost nothing again. And then this army, almost nothing. So why did they run? Holy crap. We did hardly anything. Yeah, we didn't even kill half. Interesting. So I guess they have low morale. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get back in there and fight it again. So, oh, he actually did die. And then we have 29. Yeah, we'll take this. Oh, crap. It put us on the other side of the water. Why would it do that, man? If we sack, it's going to push us back. So we can't sack it now. We have to loot and occupy. That's a little frustrating. What kind of map? Okay, it's just a regular open map. So we'll probably do the same thing. Yeah, most of their armies kind of not in great shape, so I think we got this one pretty easily. I'm going to edit most of it out unless something crazy happens. Alright, yeah, pretty easy fight, straightforward. I don't think they really got too many kills here. And we just ripped their army to shreds. So I'm going to run a few people down and then we'll finish up. Here we go, got them. And yeah, like I said, I don't think we can sack it because the place where it put us, well, now it says we're right there. When we were fighting, it said we were over here, so I'm a little nervous about it kicking us out. So for an extra 1200, it's probably not worth it. Let's just loot and occupy. Did get a weapon out of it, so that's good. Faction destroyed. It was a minor faction. They don't really do anything. So not like it's a big help. I'm gonna keep this guy in a nightmare, just because I'd rather use him for utility. Same thing here. We'll keep this guy in the Hellsteed. We don't need the unholy lodestone. We already have one here. And going a little bit further east, our last couple of moves. So I think we should split these guys up. We'll send one down here to Caragdron. I don't remember the name of this settlement, but the one that's right here, and then Black Crag. This one can go Pillars of Grugni, Karazakarak, and Baragdawazbag. And then we'll have a nice united front. So I think what we'll do... Oh, I forgot I had another army. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Crap stack. So I didn't want it to be super expensive, but now that I look at it, we could technically put some decent stuff in there. Okay, let me think about that. So the dragon and the Necrarch,
Everything dies.
we can have them attack together. Or you know what we should do is have the crap stack go with the good stack. Yeah, that's probably the right call. Let's keep this as a kind of a junk stack. I mean, it's got a little bit of firepower, but not much. It's mostly just zombies, so it costs very little. And then we'll come down here and attack.
This better be important.
Yeah, so let's get this siege going. We'll pull the other guy in. We'll grab items. Which is this worth? So this one's going to pay 47. Yeah, see, we're making really good money if we sack everything. It doesn't make sense not to. So let's get the Necrolord up here. And we'll have him occupy. And then this guy will go past. And then we'll take Karazakarak next turn. So that makes sense for that. And for this guy, we'll force march him down here. I think it's going to be several turns because this is like a really nasty spot to go through. Yeah, you can see even force marching, it's going to take us several turns. So it's 1, 2, and then regular. So by the third turn we take it. What happens if we do channeling stance? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's an extra turn. So we'll force march 1 turn.
The opportunity.
Yeah, force march 1 turn, channel stance 1 turn, and then we should be able to attack it the turn after. Also, I'm gonna get rid of this corpse cart. Let's get a better one while we're here. So let's get the lodestone. Alright, so that's it for these guys. Let's go ahead and do the siege, and then I think we'll have another fight up here. Can we even reach that? Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, it's going to be a little slower. Let me just move this guy for now.
Bring it
Why
all
not?
to me.
Alright, so we'll take this next turn. We have everything we need, but we could actually get a decent stack. Holy crap, look at the grave guards here. Yeah, this is where we want to be. They even have a mortis engine. I will wait until next turn so we don't spend the wages this turn. There's no sense in hiring them if we're not going to use them this turn. So we'll save 1,000 or whatever and do it next turn. But yeah, we'll definitely do that before we attack. And then we'll sack it and do all that good stuff. So let's finish up our last battle for the turn. It's going to give us a decisive victory with low casualties, but I still think we got to fight it because I don't know what they've got at Karazakrak at their capital. It could be something nasty. So we'll fight this one. And I kind of want to see how our White King does. So we'll get in there. Take the settlement. Sacking it. Yeah, 4,700. Got another item. Perfect. Necrolord's the one that needs to take it.
Destroy them.
We'll occupy with him. And force march up. Or, you know what? If we go... Yeah, you know, if we do that, we'll still have movement speed. Do we need Winds of Magic? Yes, we do, badly. I don't know if that's enough to sack and everything. It probably is. It's not that far. And if anything, we could just get this guy to follow up as well. And there's actually nobody in it. There's no army in there. So I don't know if they're at war with somebody. No, just us. I don't know where their armies went. I mean, we did kill a couple of them, but I don't feel like we killed everything. Yeah, that's interesting. We shouldn't have any issues here then. So that's all of our moves. Let me go ahead and assign some stuff, build some buildings, and then we'll come back, talk about a recap. And maybe a couple wars that we're planning on declaring next turn. So yeah, that's it. So give me 1 second. Now, one thing, we're sitting on quite a bit of cash, and we don't have a ton of stuff to spend it on. I mean, we could spend it, but it's on stuff that's not going to help us. Like if I upgrade this with 1,800, we're going to be able to increase the growth, but no appreciable increase in income. So we'll go from 100 to 150. That's not worth it. So we'll wait for some of these to go to tier 3, upgrade them. If it's got a trade resource, we'll upgrade it so we can get more short-term income. But aside from that, we don't have that much. So what I'm going to do instead, we'll save up a decent amount of it, and the rest of it, yeah, see, like all this stuff, there's nothing to upgrade this for right now. So what we'll probably end up doing is just hiring another lord, and we'll do it so that we can attack Durthu. Where should we do it? Carrick Hearn might not be a bad place, just because I know there was a bunch of stuff here. I'm trying to think what else in this area would be decent. Nuln would also be decent. It might take us a turn or two to get into position, but I think that's okay. We need time to burn through all this stuff anyways, but that'll at least give us a chance to start collecting ourselves. Yeah, if where we attack first is going to be Grimhold, we got to take out Durthu. So let me check, and then also we could get a Strigoi, get a decent lord here, right? Otherwise, what else are we recruiting? Just regulars, which would be fine, but I think we'd be better off. Or we could bring this guy back out. He's quite good, and he's already at level 5, so it wouldn't be starting off at scratch. I think the Strigoi would probably be better, and then we have room for one more Necromancer next turn. We've already recruited them all, so we need to wait for the pool to refresh. So what we'll probably end up doing is Strigoi. Yeah, so we'll do Strigoi Bloodline. What does that even give us? It gives us recruitment and ambush. Yeah, raise Deadpool recruitment and then ambush success chance plus 20%. Next turn will be Vampiric Corruption, which is not bad actually, plus 5. So we'll very quickly get into the 50% territory. And then Crypt Horrors. So that way we can get Siege Attacker everywhere. This one would be raise Deadpool for plus 2 Blood Knights. Those are really, really good units. Yeah, I think that's probably where we go next. The Lamian Lords are really good too though, so we might spend maybe a couple points there. I think what we should do is, there's 2 battles that happen here, so I'm pretty sure this place is stacked a little bit more. I know Nuln had a battle quite a while ago, so it's got some decent ones. Flensburg, if I remember, we already recruited a bunch of those. I don't think we recruited from Nuln or from Carrick Hearn, and I think this is probably the place to do it. So we'll do it right here, and it's also not that far. We just go around the corner. I guess it's probably about the same distance from Nuln, so we'll do it right here. Let's get our Strigoi. And yep, this is the jackpot for sure. So let's go ahead and get some cheap recruitment. And technically we don't need it this turn. So why don't we do it next turn? We'll march down there, recruit as we force march over, and then we'll recruit again at field door to fill in the rest. So I think that makes the most sense. And then within a couple turns, we'll be ready to attack. We'll take Grimhold. If we're not ready down here, I think we still start the attack because we need to worry about this guy as well. So we'll march up there and start working on him. And then by the time that's taken, hopefully we'll be through all this, and then we can take Waterfall Place. So I think that's the game plan here. What did we get on this anyways? Tough. Oh, wow. That's really lucky. That's really lucky. So these guys are very offensive focused. Definitely not glass cannon, but they're more focused towards attack. So to get tough and have higher hit points, armor, and melee defense, they're going to be really, really hard to kill. Yep, I'm happy with it. And also this Strigoi is a little bit different from the main one. So it's got this line up here. You can get physical resistance and hit points, and then another heal. Or you can go for attack, weapon strength, so like defense or offense. And then this one is armor piercing. So very, very strong if you want to go for this. I would probably default towards the defensive one because I feel like defense is a lot harder to build. I can build items for this. Can't really build items for this as well. His spell casting is not very good. You'll notice it's limited. You only have 1 point in a lot of these. Like Spirit Leech, you can't actually get the cheaper spells for a lot of these. You can summon Crypt Ghouls, so that's kind of cool. And then Crypt Horrors on the level 2. And then up here, just not the best spells. These are just not that great. So we'll probably go down the melee line first. Oh, maybe we'll go down this line first so we can get faster XP. And then we'll quickly go down the combat line. And then he's also got cheaper Crypt Horrors and then leadership and physical resistance for some of these guys. I don't think we'll get too many of these because I just don't use those units enough, I don't think. So, but anyways, pretty good character. He's very good fighting, especially 1v1. So we'll use him as that. And by the time we get to level 20, we'll be able to get a flying mount, and then he'll be unstoppable at that point. So we'll start to build up this army. And then, yeah, that's the game plan for here. So I don't think there's a whole lot else for me to build. I'm going to build a few more buildings just because I don't want to end the turn with 50 grand in the bank. That feels very wasteful or inefficient. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and do the end turn recap. There we go. So we'll end with 45 grand. This is what we're looking like empire-wise. So pretty healthy. Let's look at our end screen. This is for turn 20. So end of turn 20, we got 122 settlements, 45,600 in the bank, and we're just barely over 10,000 negative. So this is a healthy number. We'll keep it around there. We got room for one more necromancer. We've got several buildings being built, so this number will go up. I don't know that we'll put him in all the armies. At some point, we'll start using them as scouts, spies, and also stealing technology, which we probably could have done sooner, but that's all right. They do a good job in the parties. So anyways, that's it for turn 20. I don't know if we'll get attacked by anything. I'm going to go look around and see where we're likely to be attacked. But yeah, I think we should be good.